thank you very much, Mr. Yarde, for having us for TNN TV. It's a pleasure being in your gym. We would like to ask you some questions for your upcoming fight on September the 16th. How are the preparations going for your Copper Box Showdown?
Your preparations are going fantastic. I'm a person that stays in the gym anyway, so yeah, I feel good. I feel fantastic.
Rand, your opponent, Mr. Ryan Ford, he's Canadian, but how much do you know about him? Have you studied any tapes of him, or do you usually not do that for opponents?
Well, Ryan Ford, you know, he came back with a dilemma that he might have to pull out the fight.
Oh, right.
He's undefeated, he's 12-0, same record as myself. But I think he has contract issues, so he's trying to sort that out now. If he can't, then we're going to have to find somebody else. But again, that's boxing, that happens in boxing.
Yes, it's injuries, other such things can happen at last.
Injuries can happen, you know, and then there's the other thing that can happen, people that just don't want to fight you. And they make up different excuses of why they don't want to fight you. So I'm at the stage right now where I focus on myself, I focus on my preparation, and then no matter who I fight on the night, I just need to make sure I perform.
To put a performance for your supporters and fans, I'd imagine, who'll come out.
Definitely.
I was just about to say that most of your opponents, you've stopped them pretty quickly, pretty fast. Do you think it will be a benefit to sort of get more rounds in your next contest, or do you believe that it's not worth sort of letting the opponent hang there just for the sake of it, sort of get them out of the way as quick as possible?
I just believe in entertainment. If people are paying for the ticket, you know, it's not a small amount of money to everybody. Some people it's a small amount of money, but not everyone it's a small amount of money. So sometimes people complain that it's too early. Sometimes people are they're excited about having that thrill of seeing a knockout. Because you know, people that don't know about boxing don't like always to see a 12-round fight or a 10-round fight, or they don't like to see boxing. They like to see people landing punches, etc. So at this stage in my career, the opposition I'm fighting, and literally anyone I fight, I'm looking to put on a performance. At the same time, I need to win the fight. So if I can see an opportunity where I can hit the person, I'm hitting them. I'm not going to go out there and start playing around and start not hitting them. I'm hitting the person.
Not just going to keep them around, basically.
I'm not keeping nobody hanging around.
And that ties in perfectly to the next question. Having spectacularly KO'd 10 of your opponents, the last 10 of your opponents, is there any chance, a danger that the future opponents will sort of get scared and not want to sort of step in the ring? So it sort of makes it hard to actually get people to commit to actually stepping in the ring with you.
No, again, that's not my job to make people fight me. That's what you have a team for. That's what the teamwork's about. You have a promoter, you have a manager, and then you have myself. I need to do my job. I'm doing my job at the minute, and then everyone around me is doing their job. That's why things are going so smoothly. So I don't worry about what's not my problem.
So it's just all teamwork.
Exactly. The same way my promoter don't worry about my training. That's for me and my trainers to be working out, and I don't worry about what my promoters do and my managers do. So everyone's doing their job. Things are going to happen. I believe everything's timing, and I need to do my job to make sure I'm keeping up my end of the bargain.
Perfect. And just a tying question is that some people accused Triple G, Gennady Golovkin or Golovsky of sort of looking bad on purpose to sort of encourage future opponents. That people said, he let Kell Brook hit him, etc. And you do simply not prescribe to that mentality that you're not going to make an opponent look good for the sake of it.
For me, in my opinion, Golovkin, I don't feel like he's let anybody hit him, apart from the time when there comes a period, I've watched Golovkin fight a few times, and there comes a period where he's getting hit anyway. So what he does is he taunts his opponent to show them that they can't hurt him. And he's done that in several fights. He's done it against Woody Monroe. Woody Monroe was hitting him with a few shots, so he put his head down, took a shot, and said, come. So again, what that does is that can demoralize another human being. When you're a man facing another man, and a man's punched you in your face, and he's looked at you and gone, come, and he's hit you again, and he said, come, and then he's hit you back hard. Again, it's like, it can demoralize an opponent. That's what I thought will happen with Kell faster. It's literally a mental game. Boxing's a mental game. But yeah, I'm not in the business of taking punishment. I'm a person that I listen to greats. And again, someone that's just recently retired, Floyd Mayweather, he took the least amount of punishment. He stayed on the top for a long period of time.
Prolonged his career, hit and don't get hit type of thing.
Hit and don't get hit, which is a sweet science of boxing. And anyone that ain't looking to emulate that or see the sense in that, you know.
Yeah, you have to be smart. You can't get involved in wars all the time because that will shorten your career quite considerably.
Your career. You know, there's so much aspects to it, but my job is to keep my face looking how it is.
Of course.
And inflict as much damage as I can.
On your opponent. Perfect. And just to ask about training habits, we know that Floyd Mayweather and Chavez Jr., they've been known historically to have sporadic training habits. They'll turn up at the gym at 3 a.m. just because, you know, that's just their schedule, that's their time. Do you have set habits in training that you turn up every day at certain times, or do you also like to sort of train wherever you sort of feel like it?
Well, I'm sure Floyd Mayweather didn't start off just turning up when he wants, because he didn't own his own gym yet. So again, I say everything's timing. In order for him to have the pleasure of doing that, he had to own his own gym. So again, I'm working towards certain things. I'm sure me and my trainer would like to train when we want. You know, come to the gym at 2, 3 in the morning. This gym ain't open at 2, 3 in the morning.
Right, so, of course, yes.
Again, you have to make do with what you've got. So what we do is we train when we train. We train depending on how mainly my body feels, because I'm the one putting in the physical work. So we go by how my body feels, and we just literally push each other as much as we can.
And make those adjustments as they do. So I've seen a few of your interviews, and you mentioned that you don't do weights at all as part of your regimen. Is that really true, and why?
You see the physique, you know. You see the shoulders.
Yes.
You know, you see the arm. You know. No, but literally, I used to push weights. I used to do athletics. But I ain't pushed weights for literally 5 years. I got my trainer Tunde Ajayi to vouch for that. Even friends, you know, when I first started boxing, I was still doing like little weights, you know, pushing bench press and stuff like that. But again, it slows you down. Everyone has their things about it. You know, some people say I need to build power. I think power. I'm not even going to talk about that, but
people said that punches are born, sort of not sort of made. And pushing weights probably won't sort of help you.
People have their opinion on everything. So they say punches are born. They say so many different things, but I don't believe in boxing you need to push weights. But you know what? I'm not any other individual, I'm myself, so I don't need to push weights, because clearly what I'm doing so far is working. So I just do the basics. I do a lot of boxing training, and the most I'll do is punch over 1 kilo weight.
Oh yes, with the weights. Yeah, we've seen Floyd do it, Canelo, so many more.
Exactly, a lot of fighters do it.
And the question of weight, how easy it is for you to make the light heavyweight division weight limit?
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy.
You know, I haven't failed to make a weight yet. I've been 12 fights in. I've made the limit 3 times. I fought at the championship weight twice, but I've made the weight 3 times. So I'm not struggling to make weight. I'm a lump.
Yes, I mean, we could see that you could move up to cruiserweight as well in the future, sort of when your body adjusts and grows automatically.
In the future, everyone that knows me knows that. But anyone that follows me, they know that my eating habits. You know, I eat what I want to eat. I train hard, but I eat what I want to eat. I'm able to do so at this particular time in my career, so I eat what I want to eat. I feel like it fuels me to do what I need to do. So the heaviest I can get ain't even at the cruiserweight limit, and that's me being realistic. So again, I'm not a cruiserweight yet. Yeah. So again, if I do go into a cruiserweight, I have no problem moving up and doing more things up there.
Fantastic. And when it comes to your sort of nutritional needs and nutrition on a daily basis, do you specifically have a certain nutritional company that takes care of your nutrition, or sort of how is that handled?
Oh, Maxi Muscle. Maxi Muscle, you know what? I'll be honest with you, they're actually fantastic. They showed me like different elements of like your body and how you can work with your bad habits to make them good habits. So there's certain things that work for me. Like I'm a chocolate addict. I love chocolate.
I heard you had a sweet tooth. Yes.
I've got a mad sweet tooth, which is why I get toothache a lot. So some of their protein bars, it's like you're eating chocolate. So again, instead of when I'm feeling like I want to have 5 chocolate bars in a row,
you could have that, and it keeps you fueled for the workout.
It fills me up more, exactly. So I might have a couple of, I might have one of them, and some of their like BCA. Like they got branched chain amino acids, which have like the flavour of them so nice. So again, sometimes you're craving something sweet. If you have like one of them, it takes away your sweet craving. And what I do sometimes, I add a little bit to a tea, like a herbal tea, no sugar, but I add some herbal tea, and the tea turns sweet.
Mix it in a bit, basically.
Literally, so you know, there's little things you can work with.
Grand. So, talking about food, what is the most exotic food that you've tried? And was it for a dare, or was it just out of curiosity, you just wanted to try it?
I'm not really a dare man. I don't like putting things in my mouth for days. I eat what I think's edible and what I think I would like. But I feel like the most exotic thing I probably had is lubricant. No, I'm joking. No, I've had like lobster. Lobster's nice.
Of course.
You know,
Bergen lobster's quite nice.
Bergen lobster's fantastic. I went there. I'm literally a foodie. Any restaurant, Shake Shack, love it.
Oh, yes, Tinseltown, they do amazing.
Tinseltown's good. That's a late night thing when you go Farringdon, but Shake Shack and Five Guys.
That's the one.
Shake it. Listen, go there, get a shroom burger. Yeah, double shack stack. That's what it's called. It's got a mushroom in it, breaded mushroom with cheese inside.
Sounds amazing.
And then it's got you don't get a normal one, you get a double. So you're asking to get double meat. I'll get passionate when I start talking about burgers, start talking about food.
Right, so I was going to ask, they're definitely not a vegetarian then in that case.
Oh no. You know what it is? I wish I could be, I probably can't be anything I want to be, but I want to be happy in my life.
Of course.
Everyone's got their preferences, you know, I support vegans and vegetarians, you know, I think it's amazing what they do, but not everyone can live their life doing what them people do, but I commend them. But I love meat, man. I grew up eating meat, so it's a bad habit to get out of.
Yeah, in our culture, Georgians always have so much grilled foods.
Imagine like not eating a beef burger for the rest of my life. I can't imagine it happening. But again, people that are out there supporting the cause. I'm an animal lover as well. I know it sounds contradictive, but I love animals.
Yeah, treating animals in a humane way, in a dignified way is always the
literally, but
good way to go.
I feel like that's why I say nobody's perfect, because there's people out there that do this wrong or do that wrong, and then most of them people out there being vegans or whatever, they probably do other things that ain't considered right. So again, you can't be. Everyone's a hypocrite. So again, I love animals, and I don't feel like it's necessarily right to eat meat, but I love meat.